Hello. So, hello, LinkedIn. Hello, Facebook. So, it is time for us to talk about The Price is Right. Hi, my name is Linda Murray Buller. I'm welcoming you to the Business Plus Mixer, which normally comes on Sunday evenings at 7 o'clock. Today, I'm what? 8 minutes slow. I'm sorry about that. Trying to get technology to agree with me can sometimes be challenging. But in any case, I want to talk to you about the Price is Right. And what the Price is Right is about how much you charge for your services and your products. One of the questions, one of the confusion. I'm trying to find decent words to explain how people feel about charging, about their pricing. Like I see so many questions and so many confused business owners, small business owners, especially those that are new to the marketplace, trying to determine what is the right price that I should be charging. So let me just dispel the one thing that I get all the time, which is if I price myself less than my competitors, then that means I'll automatically get customers. Well, let's say that the reason I don't encourage that is because when you underprice your services and your products, you are telling your customers that your products or services have no value. Like you're lessening the value of your product or service, your business, your brand, and it's easier to go down on price than it is to go up on price. So those customers, and I use the restaurants as my number one industry that does this because I've been very familiar with restaurant owners who will come in and they will down their prices. They'll say, well, I'm not going to charge as much as they do for my plates. And two things happen normally. One is they have to go up on their prices, and eventually their customers leave and they end up closing their businesses. Or two, they realize the mistakes they've made and they try to compensate by bringing value to the prices that are already there. So, how can you give value and not undercut your prices? Like, I don't care what you're selling. I have had so many people say, well, how much should I charge? How much should I charge? Linda, how much should I charge? And how much should I come up with in order to charge the right price? Because when you're first starting business, like most of us are kind of uncomfortable with asking for our value. Like, I had a coach just the other week. He was trying to walk us through, pricing because that is a real big limiting belief that we have to charge less in order to have more customers. Like we have to devalue ourselves and our products in order to get the right customers. But in all essence, in all fact, if you are marketing to the correct people, like if you are marketing not just to everybody, but to the right people, then you know that you have to charge your value. Hey, Sheena, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. But you have to know that by charging right, you are actually doing right to your business, but you're also doing right to your customers. Like imagine somebody that has these discounts and discounts. When you go to the $5 store, you go there because you know there are discounts there. But what if I told you? What if I told you that when you go to the dollar store, it takes twice as much to do the same thing as the regular store? So let me tell you about the philosophy of the Dollar General that everybody runs to. So everybody wants this small businesses, they want us to be the Dollar General. But did you know the Dollar General sells seconds? Like, did you know there's a reason why their prices are less? Is because you are actually paying for the seconds. You're not paying for the top quality. And so a lot of people say, well, I go to Dollar General store because I can get this for a smaller price. Okay. And you can. And that's true. But you're buying seconds. You're not buying top quality. So you pay top quality prices for top quality products. So what you're doing is you're buying the mistakes that business have made and they've Dollar General came up with the idea, hey, instead of you throwing those seconds away, I'll put them in my store, charge less for you, and then give you a cut of what I get. So that's why it takes 3 cups of detergent instead of one. That's why it takes a little more to get the job done because you're paying for seconds. And most of us don't even realize it, right? We just go because we're saving money. Now, there's a thing you have people who value, you have people who understand value. And so value costs. I don't care what you're selling. If you're selling bicycles or if you're selling Bentleys, value costs. And so people who understand that when they go to the dollar store, they're still looking for values, right? But people who understand that the dollar store sells seconds, oh, so no wonder it's cheaper because it's going to take me 2 cups to do what I would normally use for 1 cup. I'm buying seconds. That's the difference. Like when you're marketing your business, there are people who are going to be looking for seconds. They're going to be looking for the discounts. They're going to be looking for the cuts. But when you bring value to the price, as I tell my restaurant owners, you bring value to the price, they're going to pay. Those who understand value, your true customers, your target market audience, those avatars that are your audience, once you give the value for what you're giving. Once you make it appealing to you're answering a problem, a need that they have, once you do what's right about the marketing to them and telling them the benefits of what they're getting, they don't mind paying the price. Like people who understands that if I want the 3 times the quality, like 3 times the quality means I may have to pay 3 times the price of the Dollar General store because I'm not getting seconds, I'm getting top quality. So when you talk about pricing, there's 2 things you need to understand. There is a floor, right? There is a floor that your customers will pay for, and there's a ceiling. Like you get to determine the floor, but your customers get to determine the ceiling. So the marketplace that you're in, whatever industry you're in, when you look at the ceiling of how much you can price, that's the market. The market is to determine how high you can go. But in all of that, it is determined by the quality you provide. What is the value to what you're selling? So when you're out here and you're selling seconds, then yeah, you're a Dollar General store and yeah, you should mark your prices down. But when you're out here selling first class, quality branded, value added products, then you should be very confident in understanding what your prices are. The industry has already told you. Like in the industry, you have the Dollar General stores, you have the Family Dollar stores, and then you have the dealers are the high end, right? The Macy's, the Neiman Marcus. You have those stores. No one goes into Neiman Marcus expecting Dollar General. No one. No one goes into it. Now you may go to Neiman Marcus and buy something off the clearance rack, right? You may go in Neiman Marcus and find something that's on sale. Very different because the price is the price and they've added discounts. As a business owner, your price should be your price and you can discount whoever you want. But understanding the difference in what's out there, understanding what you're providing to the marketplace. So are you providing a Dollar General brand? Like are you providing seconds? And if you're providing seconds, then your pricing should actually reflect that. But if you're buying top quality, if you're adding value, if you're solving a problem, and when we think about value, a lot of people a lot of people think about sticker, we get sticker shock when it comes to paying a small business owner. Like everybody has sticker shock. What? Why are you charging like that? What? But I thought you're supposed to be the discount. Sounds like you're hitting me in my head. I have heard it all, guys. I have heard it all. But the truth of the matter is this: if I can ease your pain point today, tomorrow, for the rest of your life, if what I have given you gives you the opportunity to become unstuck so that you can start scaling and building. If the information that I have provided for you is something that you can use over and over and over again and win, not just me, but anybody. I want you to look at what is the return on the investment. Like when it comes to pricing, we ask the wrong question. If you are trying to do business, ask the question to ask is how much will this get me? Like if I spend this money, then what is my return on that investment? Most times we see the sticker and we get sticker shock and we're, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm not going to pay it. Because most of us, when we are trying to build our businesses, when we're trying to take something from the ground up, we know what we make an hour in corporate America or whatever we work in or the burger place or wherever we're working. We know how much we make an hour. Everybody knows how much they make an hour. Everybody knows how much they make in a year. And when somebody has a price tag of $2, $3,000 on it, we're like, whoa, I've never spent that much for anything other than a car or rent, right? Or rent. I've never spent that much money on anything other than my car, my rent. I've never spent that much on training. But then when you ask, so if I give you these $2,000, and I'm just using any number, if I give you this money, what is the return on my investment? And how long will I start seeing the benefit of it? Because that's the question you need to ask when you're trying to invest in yourself, when you're trying to invest in your learning. You have to understand that it's a return on that investment. Like if I invest this money in my learning, how will I get the return on this investment? What will happen with the information that I'm provided? Will it help me move from my pain point? How long? Like, will it get me to the next level? Am I able to be marketed the way I need to be marketed? Can I package this product in the design I need? The information that I'm taking in, am I able to use that information and put it out to triple, double, 10 times what I'm paying? Because how many people would pay $100 to get $1,000? Like, how many people will pay $10 to get $100? So when you look at investing in your education as a business owner, when you look at investing in a business to pull information from them or to get a product from them, I want you to think more of what's in it for me as far as what is the return on this investment? Because when you invest in yourself, you should get a return. You should reap a return. And so anyone that is pricing low, right? Let's go back to the Dollar General store. Like I was talking to someone the other day and I was telling them, the Dollar General store sells seconds and people that go in there thinking they're getting a discount, that they're really buying seconds and they're looking at the sticker and not at the product. Like go and read the label. Buy something in the regular store and then buy something at the Dollar General and match them up. They're seconds. It's no big surprise. It's no big, but that's a strategy, right? Because what they're doing is they're found a way to stop throwing away their mistakes and start making money off of them. I'm not mad with that. Like your reworks need to bring you more money. So I'm not mad at that at all. But how can you as a business owner, how can you as a business owner do the same thing in your pricing strategy? Again, we're talking about the ceiling and we're talking about the floor. You want to have your prices somewhere in the middle of that, right? Your prices need to be in the middle of that, somewhere between what the market says it will pay, what people say will pay, and what the market will pay, the base of what you will sell your product for. So staying in between that sweet spot in that range, staying in between there is going to help you. So let's talk about some key points. So, and I got my notes right here. So some key points, your customers do ultimately decide what they're going to pay for your product or service. Like they do. We know that. And we know that the lowest price you can charge or the lowest price you should charge should depend on what you've invested in the product. Like if I'm having to spend $3 to make this widget, I can't charge you $2, baby. I can't. And when you talk about what you have charged, what you're paying, what you've put into it, especially if it's information, let me just go on the information trail. So when you're talking about giving people information, they think, well, information should be free. Yeah, okay. I won't disagree with that. However, if I have gathered the information, if I have went to school to learn, and if I have invested my time and my money so that you can get the shortcut, so that you don't have to spend, you know, 8 years of your life in college so that you don't have to spend your money sitting in these seats and all high-end um, these high-end workshops. If I have invested my money so that you don't have to, guess what? When I'm charging you, I'm trying to get some of my money back. That's how it works, not just for me, but for everybody. If I can get you to the shortcut, right? If I can tell you things today that's going to have you killing the internet, if I can tell you things today that's going to have your business exploding, you being more customers, you getting more leads, you're having more conversations, more people are buying your products. If I can spend an hour with you and tell you everything I have gathered in school and in those seats and everywhere else I've been trained, if I can give you that in an hour and you can implement it tonight, and then tomorrow you wake up in a new day, how much is that worth? What's the value of that? So my business owners, I'm telling you about pricing, I'm telling you to look at the time. And one of my coaches did this. He said, so what I want you to do is I want you to think about the number of hours you have sat in class learning what you know. I want you to write that number down. Then I want you to go ahead and assess the number of hours you have used implementing what you know. Write that number down. And then I want you to take all the different monies that you have paid to build your business, like the licensing, the getting your articles of organization, the attorney calls, all the money you've spent for your name tags, your cards, all that money that you've spent for your business. I want you to write that number down. Then I want you to also write down the number of hours that it took you to invest to buy all this stuff that you've bought to build out your business. I want you to also take the number of nights that you were up worrying about this business that you have put in place. Add that up. I want you to see the investment that you have made as a business owner in building out a small business. And I want you to think about if you've put in enough time, because this number is a big number. Like when you keep adding and adding and adding, that number becomes a big number. And so you have to ask yourself, am I selling seconds or am I giving them top quality? Am I adding value or am I doing a Dollar General type thing? Like, what is it that I'm offering to my clients? The whole goal of this is for you to price your services and your products according to the value that you're adding to people's lives. Yes, you will run across people who have sticker shock. Yes, that's a part of it. But that lets you know that you're not marketing to the right people. Because if you're marketing to everyone, then you're marketing to no one. Because all of those people don't want what you're selling. 10%, if you were to market to 100 people, the marketing statistics, 10%, right? 10% of them will want to listen to you, and only 1 to 3 of them will want to be ready to buy out of 100. So if you're marketing to the wrong people, just think all 100 of them are the wrong people. If you're marketing to your targeted audience, out of 100, 10 will listen, 1 to 3 will buy. That's how it works. So if the problem is not that people want discounts and you need to discount your product, the thing is you're not putting yourself out to the right people, your targeted audience. You're not invested in what that is. You haven't niched down to that, right? So another thing about pricing, the lowest charge thing you can charge again goes with how much you've put invested into it. The highest price is going to be determined by your competitors and the marketplace itself. So you can't go out here and say that you're a Dollar General store and people want to come in your store and pay regular price. They're not going to do that. The minute they find out that they're getting seconds, they're going to like, hey, wait a minute, something's wrong here. Now I can go to the regular store and get the regular product with the triple, all the added ingredients and all the bells and whistles at this price. And you're giving me seconds at that price. That's not right, right? So the thing about it is understand what you're offering and understand that you have to understand the value. You have to write those numbers down and remind yourself, like, how much have I invested in this? And am I giving value? Am I helping people solve problems in their lives? Am I making life better for them? Am I giving them more time? Am I helping them make more money? You know, those four exploitable resources, right? Is your product unique? Does your product have value? Is your product hard to duplicate, right? All of those things that it takes to give you the competitive edge, but you still have to know. You must know what value you're giving to your customers. So this has been twofold, right? The one side, I'm talking to customers who get sticker shocks when they see, oh, $2,000, that's a lot of money. Well, guess what? If that $2,000 would bring you $8,000, would you pay it? If that $2,000 just up leveled your life so that this year you make more money than you've ever made in your entire life, is it worth it? Look at the return on the investment when you're investing in yourself. Make sure that you're going to credible people. Make sure they have a track record. Make sure they have references. Make sure they have all the credentials they say they have. Like, you have to do your research. 'Cause I'm not saying just go and give everybody $2,000. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you find somebody who is credible, if you found somebody who has the credentials, if you find somebody who has the results, like there are other people talking about, hey, I did it, it worked for me. If you have done your due diligence and you see that it's a $2,000 sticker, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And to my small business owners, I want you to think about, what have you invested in your business, in your service, in your product that brings value to your customers? The thing about it is, it's not that they don't want your service, it's they don't understand your value. You have to be explicit with your customers so they understand what value you're giving them. Because the customers are going to start asking, so what's in it for me? What's the return on this investment? And how many people have you already served? Like, who can I talk to? Where are your references? So my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. This is the business plug mixer. And every Sunday at 7 o'clock ish, I have to say 7 o'clock ish, because I have some technical difficulties every now and then. But on Sundays, I come on and I try to bring you topics related to business. I want you to do business well. And today they call me the business plug, and I'm plugging you in to price it right. I'm also encouraging our shoppers, our buyers, to invest in yourself. The right question to ask is, what will I get out of this investment? That's what we're talking about. I'll see you next Sunday right here on the Business Plugs Mixer, where I will bring in other business owners this month. Oh, and next week, I have a special guest. I don't know if you remember, but there was a tragedy. There was a young married couple that went to the Bahamas, and their cruise, they went on one of those cruises you go through to look at the islands and look at the thing that's there, look at the scenery and then those type of things. They got on one of those boats down there and it exploded. Yeah. So he's agreed, like, she was killed. His wife was killed. The wife was killed. And the husband is still living. And the husband, who was injured pretty bad and has went through years of unbelievable torture, but he's going to be my guest next Sunday. And so I want you to come join me next Sunday. And he's going to talk about our experiences as Americans when we visit countries and are in international waters. Like, he has a whole experience to tell us about. And so he's going to be here next Sunday at 7 o'clock here on the Business Plugs Mixer talking about international travel, and you may learn something, especially if you travel abroad. You may want to lean in and listen to this. Again, my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug, and I'm plugging you in today to business owners. Price it right. Have a great one. I'll see you guys next Sunday right here on the Business Plugs Mixer. Have a great